7 rappers who exposed the music industry. Long hours in the studio, non-stop tour dates, interviews, photo shoots. Being a musician can be tough, but let's not ignore the hardest part about working in the music industry, the industry itself. In case you've never paid much attention to what goes on behind the scenes, let me tell you, the music industry is a kind of shady. You've probably seen articles about Taylor Swift's struggles to have her own music, or Kanye West's Twitter tirades about the ownership of the music. These claims aren't exaggerated, they're true. A lot of other popular musicians out there don't even own the rights to their own songs, as it seems like it's a chance to get seriously rich, but these deals come with a lot of baggage. Some rappers have had to fight battles against the music industry just to get fair treatment, and they helped reveal what really goes on behind closed doors. Before we start the video, to confirm too, hey guys, hope you all do great. So here we are back with another video. Here we are getting to discuss about 7 rappers who expose the music industry. But before starting with today's video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for further notifications. So let's begin. Number 7, Lil Uzi Vert. Eyebrows sought to urge raised whenever a rapper delays a highly anticipated album. Not capitalizing on hype can mean a couple of things, but it's generally an honest sign that a rapper isn't exactly getting alongside their record label, and therefore the folks that are behind their career if they're ever a contemporary day. Example of this, it was the build up to Lil Uzi Vert's album Eternally. That would it be an understatement to say that people are excited about Eternal Take. Yeah, Uzi previewed the album way back in the summer of 2018. And people naturally assumed that the album was close. It wasn't. It was almost 2 years between the album's announcement and the moment the fans heard the primary notes of Baby Pluto. Number 6, Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane is one of the true legends of modern rap. He's been in the game for a while now, so it makes sense that he's had his fair share of problems when it comes to music industry. Interestingly enough though, the real moment where he seemed like he exposed the darker side of the industry didn't come until last year. I assume he only had enough mistreatment after all those years. In June of 2020. Gucci made a tweet aimed toward his label Atlantic Records. In it, he said that he was leaving the label and said that they were, quote, polite racist. He later tweeted that musicians should follow his actions and leave their labels. This came at a time when many rappers were questioning whether their labels were racist or not, and it served as a reckoning of sorts of the music industry. Despite all this, it wasn't long before Gucci walked back on the statement. A bit he deleted the original tweets. Number 5, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, sometimes a rapper doesn't even need to do anything to purposely expose the music industry. Sometimes they just do it through their actions. Whether they mean to or not was definitely the case when Lil Wayne found himself in the middle of a legal battle with the record label. And of course, Birdman, there's a lot of history behind this one. So let's take a look at this timeline. Much like the Eternal Attack situation, fans began to get aware about Wayne's label issues thanks to the delay of his album, The Cater. Way back in 2014, people were looking forward to hearing a new album, but Wayne told the world that Birdman, the man behind the label Cash Money, had delayed the record for no reason. He described himself as a prisoner and said that he wanted out of the label by 2015. Wayne had had enough and he had filed an enormous lawsuit against Cash Money. Number 4, Kanye West. Kanye West, it's funny to think that Kanye West is once someone who wasn't the type. He slowly worked his way up the music industry and then the fashion industry to become one of the most influential and wealthy people in the world. Pretty crazy stuff. He's doing everything and worked with everyone, and you already know that he's formed some pretty strong opinions on what happens in the music industry. And the great thing about Kanye is that you will always know that he has an opinion. There's a lot of classic interview moments that features Kanye criticizing the industry, but he has more relatively spoken on the issue in recent times on That's the Kanye. Number 3, Logic. It's not that uncommon to see an artist airing their grievances on social media, but when an artist as big as Logic is letting out his anger towards his label, you can bet that people are going to pay attention, not to only generally stir up much controversy. Logic hopped on Instagram in October of 2020 to make it known that Def Jam wasn't treating him right, or rather they weren't treating his collaborators right. In his Instagram post, Logic railed against Def Jam for not paying the people that he featured on his album. According to him, it wasn't his debt to pay. He had hired musicians to work on his record using the budget allocated to him by Def Jam. Number 2, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is definitely no stranger to rap drama. You all remember when she was in the middle of a beef between Drake and Meek Mill, right? Good times. But let's not forget that she got into a bit of a disagreement with Travis Scott. Not only did she expose a slightly shady part of the music industry that few of us were aware of at the time, but she also beefed with Baby Stormy as well. Wow, okay, so it all started when Minaj and Scott released their respective albums, Queen and Astroworld. At the same time, they're both highly anticipated, and Astroworld ended up beating out Queen. For number 1, Nicki had a lot to say about this. She initially argued that it was unfair for Scott to win after she blackballed him from playlists. She later pointed out something else. Bundles on Travis's website, Astroworld merch was being sold bundled up with the list with number 1, Russ. This guy gets made fun of a lot on social media, but let's give credit where credit is due. Russ really helped expose a pretty major issue in the music industry, and he is continuing his campaign for independent artists to this day. It happened about a year ago when Russ hopped on Instagram Live and started talking about the industry. He said that streaming numbers were fake and that he brought up Atlantic Records before stopping himself. He realized that he was saying was an insider secret, but he decided to say it anyways. He said that labels Atlantic includes using a trick called micro-publishing, where they'll pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to get songs included on Small. Here we come to the end of this video. Let us know in the comment box if we have missed someone who exposed the music industry. If you liked the video, do not forget to love and share this with your friends. Till then, keep watching, goodbye.